Hello there and welcome to CNR Extra here on Citi TV, coming to you live from our studios at number 5, Ola Hansen Lane, Tesson, Accra. My name is Philip Latte. Coming up. Education Minister Ibrahim rejects calls for free SHS program review despite concerns.
My advice to the president should be said in free on this program.
Well, you tell me what you can say.
I can't say that. If I advise the president, come and say it here.
But you're saying that you don't think free SHS should be reviewed in any shape or form?
Nope.
Present farmers in Tichiria face distress as illegal sand winners threaten farmlands, jeopardizing major juice factory project. Deputy Majority Leader Ibrahim Markin denies links to electoral violence in constituency.
There was no such thing as violence at any polling station in Efutu during the just ended assembly elections.
And later on CNR Extra, Sports Minister Mustafa Yusuf launches Citi TV Ghana Athletic Powered National Invitational Schools Athletics Championship.
Again, thank Citi TV for giving this platform to Ghana Athletics to promote schools athletics. This is very, very good initiative.
Many thanks for staying with us here on CNR Extra. The show is interactive, it's conversational, and you can join us with your thoughts, submissions, and comments via WhatsApp line 0204 703344, or you can, there's 020444 7033, or you can join us on Facebook on Citi TV. Nanatufo Boateng, welcome to the show. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm pretty well, Philip. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
Let's bring you this first story. It's become a topical issue. It has to do with the free senior high school policy. Some stakeholders are asking that the policy should be reviewed. But yesterday, the education minister made mention of the fact that, well, the policy doesn't need a review. Let's bring you that insight.
The Minister for Education, Dr. Asutifi, has dismissed calls for a review of any component of the free senior high school program. Now, despite the IMF's 2023 country report pointing out poor targeting, the minister contends that Ghana is experiencing improved outcomes, making a review unnecessary. He addressed various topics in an interview with Citi Breakfast Bernard Avile.
Once again, the Minister of Education, Dr. Asutifi, reiterated the position of the government not to review the flagship free SHS program despite the overwhelming calls for same.
Is there any area of free SHS that needs improvement?
Let me tell you, anything that you do, there will be areas that need improvement.
Based on your own reflection and experience as minister, is there any area of free SHS that requires review or improvement?
Improvement, we continue to train teachers, make sure teachers are well prepared to teach for better learning outcomes. They are doing that and will continue to do that.
Are you prepared to consider things like people paying for boarding fees whilst day is free?
Nope.
So for you, the only improvement is to improve teacher.
Well, you see, so far the country is getting better outcomes. We move on.
There's been voices from everywhere calling for review. Are you saying that you've not heard?
I'm the
so
minister
of
for
all the calls for review, you haven't heard any voice that has convinced you that there should be review of any aspect of free SHS.
I'm the minister for education. I didn't appoint myself. I want you to know that.
Yeah.
I act on the directives of the president.
But you also advise him because you are the one who's in charge of the sector. You have a holistic view of the sector.
My advice to the president should be shared with you on this program.
Well, you tell me what you can say.
I can't say that. If I advise the president, you come and say it here.
But you're saying that you don't think free SHS should be reviewed in any shape or form?
Nope.
On double track, the government promised to end the system in 2023. But when asked if the government would fulfill that promise this year, the sector minister, Dr. Yao Seduchum, said the schools are still in transition.
You had said in 2018 that double track will be for 5 years.
Ending in 5
but
years.
we are in the 70th of double track. It's not ended.
No.
Double track started in 2018.
We didn't say 5 years. I'll check.
It was reported widely.
5 to 7 years. I was there in Tamale when the president said it.
But 7 years is still 2024.
Yeah.
So will double track end this year?
Most of the schools are transitioning.
Will it end this year?
No, I'm saying most of them are. I have to look at the number.
But if you say
most schools are transitioning.
There are so many schools still doing double track.
40%.
That's
they've come from. We flipped from 60%. Now it's going to 40%.
But if 40% are still doing double track, you can't tell me that.
You see, the rule of thumb. The rule of thumb is very simple. I want quality pre-sec education for more students.
On the impressive performance of WASI candidates last year, he outlined the following interventions of government, including the payment of teachers for extra classes, indicating that some 65 million Ghana cedis will be released this year for that purpose.
Once upon a time, there was something called extra classes. It was for those who could afford to pay. If you didn't have money, you did not get the extra classes. Now, every year, we pay 65 million to be distributed among teachers for the extra work that they do with the students. So the poor student.
So the extra class is paid for by the state?
By the state. This week, we are sending out 65 million to be shared among teachers for the work they did last year. 65 million. Every year, we've consistently paid. And that provides opportunity for students to get extra classes for free on our campuses. That was not the case before free senior high school.
Does that include also the procurement of past questions for them?
We did it some years back. We are no longer doing it because I believe that now we are in a technological era where you can go online and have opportunities. So the last 2 years, there have not been any past questions.
On politics, the Member of Parliament for Bosomtwe indicated his willingness to avail himself, if chosen, as running mate to Dr. Bawumia for the 2024 general elections.
But are you gunning to be running mate? Oh, Doc, are you listening to the question?
Oh, no, I don't select myself to become...
Are you available for selection?
Am I available?
Are you available for selection?
I like the way you post your questions.
Are you available for selection?
I want you to ask the appointing authority.
If you were asked to do it, would you do it?
I'll tell you this.
Uh-huh.
I'm here to serve my nation. In any capacity I find myself, I'll serve this
Can
nation.
you do it?
I will do it.
Can you add value to his ticket?
If I'm given the opportunity, I will. But I don't know. He appoints, he selects, so I can't come here.
Do you see yourself
and tell you.
as the front runner?
I know you are asking me a question to get me to say so. I'm not going to say it.
So the conversation around the free senior high school policy has been on the table for a very long time, and some stakeholders within the space, like Nagrat, Nat, also former GES boss, the Education Committee in Parliament, amongst others, they've all been asking that what government should come up with a plan, review the policy if possible, and if a roundtable discussion is needed to be done, that should be done as well for people to understand that this is how best we can go about the policy. Mind you, people have also stated that the policy has been sort of a burden on the government's or the country's coffers, i.e. government has to now push in a lot of funds to get the policy running. When you go to senior high schools, for instance, government is taking care of the tuition and taking care of accommodation as well as feeding. And just not long ago, some issues came up with some headmasters who were interdicted because of an alleged taking of some illegal fees. That some of the claims that were leveled against them, their justifications were that these items or these monies they had to take was to run the schools because they needed money to run the various schools, and the students or the students in these schools are a lot. They don't have enough funds to go about their day-to-day activities, amongst other things. But the education minister has come to say that, well, we don't think that we need a review, rather we need to improve the policy so that all the T's that were crossed and the I's that were dotted should be done.
Well, for me, have a little bit of difficulty agreeing with the education minister. Improvements, I mean, if you listen to him, he's absolutely fixated on outcomes. And to him, if results have improved, then definitely the policy is working and needs no review. But you see, there are processes that lead to the outcome he is touting. Philip, you cannot tell me that all these persons that are calling for a review mean evil for the government or for the students who are under the program. You get it? So I think government needs to lend a listening ear to the suggestions that have come up. Yesterday, Angel Kabonu was on Eyewitness News. I mean, he gave reasons why there should be a review. A former Director General of the GES, Chega, has also spoken on this same matter. We've had a former rector of GIMPA, Professor Adey, who, of course, was appointed board chair of the GRA by the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo administration, also speaking about the same thing.
And even when the policy started, the president of SHS University, Dr. Patrick Ewa, stated that elsewhere, the government takes care of just the tuition and not the feeding and accommodation.
Because there is boarding, there is day, there is feeding, there are learning materials, there is uniform. I mean, perfect policy, but the process of execution not so perfect. And that's why you need to have a holistic approach. Listen to some of these stakeholders. I mean, take their views. Go back to your drawing table, make some inputs, some changes, some amendments where necessary, and roll out again. I don't want to say cancel it. You made a promise, a political promise. I mean, has he accomplished all the promises? Has he fulfilled all?
Oh, we'll go to the next story.
Don't we have the most expensive home in the world here in Ghana because of Akufo-Addo's promise?
Oh, well.
You get it? Well. So, I mean, they should listen. I mean, it's doing well. Intake has been massive. Access overly improved. Quality, per what they are saying, has, I mean, inched higher. But the program itself, as a whole.
What do you think should be changed about the program?
Philip, you see,
if I may ask you.
There are parents who have the ability to pay.
Yeah.
You get what I am saying? It is not everybody. You see, that's why we need to do targeting when we are rolling out some of these interventions.
I always say that
you get it.
Some primary schools can charge fees in dollars, and parents are able to afford these.
You get it. I've taken my child to a private school all his life. He has to join a public senior high school. And you're telling me that I can't pay, and then you say I shouldn't pay. I take my child there, and you're not even sending food there. You get what I'm saying? These are challenges that need to be addressed, irrespective of whatever outcomes they keep touting as their achievements. We need to address the program as a whole, holistically, fill in the potholes so that it goes all in all as a successful program. No one is saying that cancel it. But I don't know why they want to interpret review
with cancellation.
With cancellation or suspension.
We will talk more about this particular issue. But the president has been saying something. That is the president of this republic, Nana Akufo-Addo. He says that all the promises made in the year 2016 will certainly be fulfilled before he ends his administration.
Still on politics, and President Akufo-Addo is confident that all promises made to Ghanaians in 2016 will be fulfilled before he leaves office in 2025. Now, while acknowledging the delivery of the majority of these promises, he assures that the remaining commitments will also be met. Now, during this year's Jubilee House Thanksgiving service, President Akufo-Addo emphasized his trust in God to guide the nation through challenging times. Citi News' Samiri Afit reports.
The annual Jubilee House New Year Church service aims to dedicate and commit the President and the entire government to God as the new year begins. Preaching on the theme, A Year of Fulfillment and Blessings, the Most Reverend Dr. Cyril Kwabena Ben Smith, the Metropolitan Archbishop of Asante Mampong and the head of the internal province of Ghana of the Anglican Church, predicted a transformation of the Ghanaian economy and improved living conditions for Ghanaians in the coming year.
This year, the third key will be fulfillment. In fulfillment, we will receive the benefit of our faithfulness to ourselves, our nation, and our God. And it is God's intention that his promises to our forefathers will be fulfilled as we strive to uphold our collective beliefs. Divine fulfillment refers to completion, perfection, bringing to fruition, performance, and culminating of a promise by its originator and keeper. The God of hope is both promise maker and keeper, and is more capable of fulfilling every promise in our lives.
President Kufu on his part reiterated the government's commitment to fulfill promises it made to Ghanaians by close of the year.
The past year has been fraught with challenges, triumphs, and moments that have tested our nation's resolve. Through it all, God's hand has guided us, and we stand now united, stronger than ever. In times of turmoil and uncertainty, our religion supports us. Our faith in a higher power provides us with the courage and perseverance to face the unknown. As we begin this new year, I'm reminded of the words of Holy Scripture in Psalm 46, verse 1, which read, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble, unquote. Indeed, Ghana has come this far by His grace, and I'm excited about the opportunities that lie ahead for our country. At the end of my time in office, as it nears, albeit with 1 year to go, I'm filled with optimism and determination. With the support of the Ghanaian people and the guidance of Almighty God, I'm confident that we will achieve our goal of creating a progressive and prosperous Ghana for all.
So with the support of Ghanaians and other support from elsewhere, certainly these promises will be fulfilled and the goals of the NPP will be achieved, or the goals for Ghana will be achieved. But what do you want to see fulfilled by close of this year?
Philip, you see, if you ask me what I want to see fulfilled,
a number of them.
Listen, I have a tall list.
Wow.
I don't think we'll have enough time to delve into it.
That.
But what I want to say is that we know this government. This is a U10 government. When they came, a number of things that they introduced, not even what they promised, that they introduced, they made a U10 on it, and shamelessly told us that they are listening government, so they've listened to the people. That's why they've backed down or backed out of some of these policies. The promises that they've told us, they've done 8, they're in their 8th year.
Yes.
How many have been fulfilled?
Well, so maybe the promises that have not been fulfilled will be done by close of this year, before the year goes.
Listen, the one promise that I want them to fulfill,
Cathedral?
Not even National Cathedral. As for National, it was a personal promise
that's a
to God,
okay.
a personal pledge to God. We don't have a cathedral, but we have the world's most expensive home.
Okay.
It is fine. They've gone to bring some stone from Jerusalem or somewhere, and they say it's fine. If let's leave them be. Let's allow them to enjoy that. If that is an achievement to them or a fulfillment of a promise, it's fine. The one thing that I want them to do is that promise of telling us that they are moving us from a taxation to production, an industrial economy. Today, how many taxes has the MPP government introduced? GPRTU is telling us that they are going to increase fares based on
60%.
Based on emission levy. Meanwhile, you just came from COP
28,
and you signed how many contracts? They're worth how much? You've gone to collect all these monies and you've come back to come and tax us. They promised to reduce taxes, remove what they call nuisance taxes. I want to see just that promise fulfilled.
Removed.
Yeah. Do you know we are in school fees week?
Yeah, of course. And parents
so you can understand me.
Fees and all that. But with these promises that in the 2016 manifesto, or let's say the manifesto of the New Patriotic Party, a number of them, I don't think that some of them are so realistic in the sense that government will be able to fulfill them. But the president has stated that we should be hopeful that by close of this year, the promises will be fulfilled. One promise that I think that a lot of people are looking up to is making Accra the cleanest city in Africa. And that particular promise has been, I don't know, there's been this back and forth with how best government can achieve the promise. But that's it with what the president
Philip,
has stated.
Do the politicians honestly think anybody listens to them anymore?
Well, we are listening and we are hoping
you
that
still
things
have hope.
will change. Yes, we still have hope. You don't have hope? Yes.
It's been 8 years. 1D, 1F, one district, one factory. What we saw is already existing factories that were rolled onto a program and given huge tax incentives.
Agenda 111 among others.
One village, one dam. The villages we know.
But the dams
I check Google Map, actually.
You've not seen it?
I've not seen any.
Well, interesting. Well, if you also have your comments and thoughts, you can also join us on 0204447033. You can also be putting your message there up on Facebook, on Citi TV. What are the promises you would want government to fulfill by close of this year? Well, the president has stated that all the promises made in the year 2016 when he ascended or came on to the throne certainly will be fulfilled before the year comes to an end. Let's move away from this story and take you to the eastern region where over 50 peasant farmers in the Chichiria area, they are facing distress as a result of illegal sandwinness.
Over 50 peasant farmers in Chichiria in the eastern region face distress as illegal sand winners forcibly take over and destroy their farmlands. Citi News' reporter Neil Ni Amate Kanako reveals that Blue Skies Company Limited, a major juice manufacturer, is contemplating abandoning its plan to build a multi-million-dollar juice factory employing 4,000 locals due to the ongoing operations of armed illegal sand winners.
Illegal sand winning activities, originally within Insawam and Adeso, have now encroached upon the Ayenswano district near Suhum. Last year, these activities caused fatal clashes in Insawam, Adwajiri, Adeso, Asikesu, and other farming communities in the region. The sand winners, supported by land guards armed with machetes and pump-action guns, spread terror among farmers, driving them away from their lands and livelihoods. Recently, these illegal operators targeted Chichiria, devastating farm produce of 50 farmers who cultivated 50 acres of the 100-acre land granted by Blue Skies Company Limited. Farmers confronting the armed men received only 2,000 Ghana cedis as compensation for destruction of their cassava, plantain, cabbage, and palm plantation. Frustrated farmers shared their grievances with Citi News.
And they be on say about the same. Almost assassin and it is a word be a baby assassin as well. No more saying. She called from person moved to Aniano nominated on the call. Tiabana sounds who near Sim Yabeka.
Blue Skies Company Limited expressed serious concern about the extensive distraction and urged Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Kufu Dampari, to investigate and apprehend the illegal sand winners and their land guards. Head of Corporate Affairs at Blue Skies Company Limited, Alistair Dimate, throws more light on the situation.
A few weeks back, we observed some few activities in this area. And sadly, we came back and saw that this level of devastation. In fact, it's 100-acre land. About 50% of the land has been destroyed, as you can see, by some faceless people who are not ashamed. And I don't know what is motivating them to do this. But thankfully, we have reported this to the police. We hope that we'll be able to work with them in the traditional leadership to bring justice to ensure that this thing does not happen again. Because the focus of the business is to develop this area, create a biodiversity that would be second to none. And you can see we have planted trees. We've brought in different trees, some exotic species of trees into this area to plant them, basically to protect the biodiversity. They have destroyed everything. Over 350 trees planted. So far, we are left with 2. Some 50 farmers were given an opportunity in the interim to be farming on the land. They've driven them away. They've beaten some of them up. A farmer who is doing fish farming has been sacked from this place. And we cannot live in a country like this. And that's why we are hoping that the law enforcement agencies will do their best.
Blue Skies emphasized the uncertainty surrounding the construction of an ultra-modern fruit and juice factory, which could provide jobs for over 4,000 residents, citing a negative impact on investor confidence.
And this is a project we are undertaking. If I'm not mistaken, we are investing about £25 million in this project to create jobs for over 4,000 people in this area. And at this state, and I speak from the business, we are wondering whether it is necessary for us to go ahead with our intention of building an ultra-modern business, because you cannot invest your money when you have no assurance that the investment you are putting into it. Because if this continues, who would come and invest here? Plans of activities we plan to start this year would have to be pushed to maybe the next 3 or 4 years. And it tells you the kind of damage that would do in our entire infrastructure. Where we are at in Sawam now, there's virtually no space for redevelopment. So the idea is to acquire this land and then expand our activity so that we'll be able to source more from the local market, and trench agriculture, support our industrialization drive, and ensure that we create more jobs for the teeming people in this community and beyond. And if this is the payback, unfortunately, it doesn't speak well as a people, as a community, and even as a country.
So the farmers' attitude here, they are not excited about the land sand winning issue. That maybe the Land and Natural Resources Ministry has to take up this, as well as the Environmental Protection Agency.
Why are people so greedy? I mean, if you want to eat, but you don't want the farmer to eat, the land in the first place does not belong to you. If you are going to win sand on it, why destroy someone's farm?
Maybe if they don't destroy the farm, they wouldn't get more sand to win.
But then would you sit with the farmer and agree on a compensation for the destruction of his farm?
So that tells you that the authorities are not working.
They exactly. Have to do their work. The assembly needs to crack the whip, and whoever needs to be punished should be punished, so that life continues for the farmers. Anyways, how much are they making from all the period of cultivation, planting, cultivation to harvesting before onward sale? But you just want to put a track there, win sand, go sell and make all the profit in the world. Let's not be greedy.
Well, we shouldn't be greedy, and also the various authorities must be up and doing when it comes to this particular issue. At least just find ways and means to address this issue so that farmers who earn their living by embarking on this activity wouldn't go hungry. You're still watching CNR Extra here on Citi TV, still to come. Deputy Majority Leader Penyo Markin denies links to electoral violence in constituency. Stay with us, we'll be back with more stories.
Citi TV is live on DSTV. Find us on channel 363. On GoTV, we're on channel 117. And on HD Plus, get us on channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search, but take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Citi TV. Citi TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and HD Plus boxes. Citi TV, it's your world.
Many thanks for staying with us here on CNR Extra. Let's bring you some more stories, and let's take you to Parliament, where former Deputy Minority Chief Whip Ahmed Ibrahim, he is lamenting that the 18 majority MPs who are not seeking re-elections will harm Parliament's institutional capacity. Let's bring you that insight.
Now, the first Deputy Minority Whip, Ahmed Ibrahim, has warned that the 18 majority MPs not seeking re-election will harm Parliament's institutional capacity. Now, as the MPP prepares for primaries, 18 incumbents have been opted out, paralleled by 18 ousted NDC MPs. Ahmed Ibrahim urges the government to address such situations. Citi News' parliamentary correspondent, Niayikwe Okain, has more.
In the National Democratic Congress NDC primaries held on May 13, 2023, 18 sitting MPs were voted against. As the NPP prepares for its parliamentary primaries on January 27, 2024, 18 incumbent MPs have declared their intent not to contest, including prominent figures such as the Majority Leader Osei Mensah Bonsu, First Deputy Speaker Joseph Osei Owusu, Samuel Atachian, Member of Parliament for Ebuakwa South, Joe Gatti, Esikado Ketana MP, and Kennedy Ejapon, Asin Central MP. Speaking to journalists, the First Deputy Minority Whip in Parliament, Ahmed Ibrahim, bemoaned the impact of the loss of such experienced legislators on the institutional capacity of Parliament.
The exit of Osei Mensah Bonsu, who was trained by J.H. Mensah, are you saying it is not going to have negative impact on Parliament? It will. Yes. Osei Mensah Bonsu is not a lawyer, but he was a columnist. He's a planner. But when he's on his feet arguing, if you don't research your law well, he will disgrace you. This is the kind of person we are losing. So as for representation, you get somebody to represent you. But as for replacement, you cannot replace the institutional memory and capacity of the exiting MPs. And that is how Parliament is going to be negatively affected. We take you, invest in you, and throw you out. The nation is losing. Me sitting here, I may be young, by my capacity, the capacity that Parliament or Ghana has built in me, and where they've taken me to, I have not given half of my capacity to the country. So clearly, if me, sitting here, 16 years in Parliament, know very well that the nation has invested in me and I must give back to the society, and I have not even done half, how much more Osei Mensah? How much more Joe Wise? How much more Kennedy Ejapon? Kennedy is a practical politician. When he's speaking business, he speaks, and when he's in good days and you meet him, you know that this is a man of sense.
He highlighted the underutilization of experienced MPs by the government as a contributing factor to the decision taken by the 18 MPs from the majority group.
Even where appointments are to be made, they are not correctly made. Look at the Jogati. You see Jogati? You see Kwame Enyimedu entry. Which post is he holding? 0. Jogati, which post? 0. Is that not there? I can mention names of seniors to you. Jogati was a former Attorney General, isn't it? A former Deputy Speaker. But he is there. No. Look, even now, when in Parliament, there are certain people when they are speaking, whether you like it or not, you have to bow and learn. But his party is not using him. So he sees himself as being underutilized. And do you think that when that happens, he will contest again? He will not. Kwame Enyimedu entry was a lay lecturer from Tech. He is here. They left him and took a first timer as Attorney General, Deputy Attorney General in those days. Enyimedu entry is still there. The law lecturer, 16 years in Parliament. Joe Osei Owusu's mate was Enin Yeboah. If Joe Osei was to be remain in the legal fraternity, he would have been, his colleague became a Chief Justice and has retired. Are we using the way we are to use them? So clearly, there is underutilization, either out of discrimination or victimization. And when that happens, people...
So that is the thought Ahmed Ibrahim is sharing, that 18 majority MPs who are not seeking re-election, Osei Mensah Bonsu and Joe Wise, for me,
the likes of Joe Gatti,
Kennedy Ejapon, and all that. But I don't know whether there is an institution in Parliament that allows for transfer of knowledge, because certainly if you have someone in Parliament and there's a newbie in Parliament, there should be someone you are understudying, so that should the person exit, you would be able to fall into that, or you can be in the person's shoes to hand or to go about duties in Parliament. I think that will help. Then maybe it's going to be an immediate problem in Parliament now that these 18 are exited.
And you see, if you listen to Ahmed, you get where he's coming from. You know, in the recent NDC primaries also, 18 were ousted. And so, I mean, he's comparing the difference. So 18 as a total of what?
That's 18, maths.
Yeah, I mean, you are not a mathematician, so it's fine. So you're having 36 experienced members of Parliament leaving the House.
275 or 276.
You get it. Newcomers are going to come in. And you see, for the immediate impact, you would agree with Ahmed Banda that Ahmed Ibrahim, sorry, he's MP for Banda. Yes, you would agree with him that the impact really will be felt in the House, because this is institutional memory leaving, institutional capacity leaving, institutional knowledge leaving.
Especially when the Speaker himself has lamented the attrition rate in the House.
And you'd recall that I think sometime last year or earlier, the likes of Haruna Idrisu, Mensa Bonsu sought to suggest some, well, I don't know whether it's policies or interventions or strategies, which, I mean, a great many people describe that they're seeking to protect their seats. But
so that there wouldn't be any primaries for them in that.
Exactly. But Philip, you see, the way the House of Parliament works, you would need some of these MPs with experience.
Like Neil and Van.
He is also leaving the House. You get it? So really, you'd understand why, and Ahmed is not the only or the first person to have spoken about this. There is that loss of institutional knowledge.
Let's see how it unfolds.
And then how it will affect Parliament.
So in January 2027, just this month, the NPP will be having its primaries, that is sitting MPs. We are equally going to see how many MPs will not be returning in Parliament.
Exactly. So these 18 are those who are voluntarily not returning.
They are not returning.
Now there are those who are going to go into a contest in the primaries. If more should be asked.
So there may be a problem in Parliament. Well, I think there should be a way to transfer knowledge and also experience in the House.
We want a youthful government.
Well, still in Parliament, the Deputy Majority Leader, Penyo Markin, he has denied any links to electoral violence in his constituency.
Now, the Member of Parliament and Deputy Majority Leader Alexander Fenyo Markin has refuted any connection to electoral violence in his constituency. During a media interaction, Fenyo Markin asserted that there was no violence during the electoral process in his area, dismissing the NDC's call for an apology. Citi News' parliamentary correspondent Nia Yikwe Okain has more.
The National Democratic Congress, NDC, in addressing journalists on Monday, accused the Member of Parliament for Afutu, Alexander Fenyo Markin, of fueling violence in the recently held district-level elections in his constituency. But the MP, who doubles as the Deputy Majority Leader in Parliament, says the allegation is untrue.
According to the NDC, in the just-ended assembly election, there was violence in Afutu, and to them, I am responsible for such things. Let me say it with emphasis that there was no such thing as violence at any polling station in Afutu during the just ended assembly elections. Rather, it was some NDC activists who attempted to stop voting at Alata Kokodo electoral area. And if they really want the truth, they should go and interview the electorates in that electoral area.
Alexander Fenyo Markin also revealed that all elected assembly members in the Afuti constituency are activists of the New Patriotic Party, hence the attack from the NDC.
Although constitutionally these assembly elections are non-partisan, but practically party activists participate. And I will tell you the truth, that we in the MPP campaign for our party members who had filed. Okay? And they also campaign for their party members who filed. And I can tell you for a fact that all the 18 elected assembly members are dyed in the wool NPP activists. They are party people. It's a matter of fact. I will not deny that. There's a reason why I said they lost. And they themselves, they know. And if they've lost, they should find good reasons for their headquarters. They should not come and lie to headquarters that, you know, the MP did this and did that.
So this is in reaction to the press conference that the National Democratic Congress held that was delivered there by the chairman of the NDC, that is Johnson Isiedu Nketia. Well, Afenyo Makin, who is the Futu MP, has said that nothing in his constituency happened like that. Though the NDC is claiming that things of such nature happened, then should 2025 be in their favor and they be in power, certainly they are going to prosecute all individuals who are engaged in such violence.
Well, Philip, I mean, it's the usual antics of politicians, accusations.
We should expect more this year.
Oh, yeah, yes, clearly. I've told you already, this year will be very, very interesting. And some of the allegations and accusations that will come will marvel you. Philip, you will be scandalized to hear some of the things they will accuse each other of. But, I mean, it is expected. But for me, you know, the underlying factor in all this is we, as a people, all of us Ghanaians, playing the ostrich and pretending that district level elections is not partisan.
Yes.
Amend the constitution and make the thing partisan. Let us vote on political lines. It's as simple as that. It is the basis for all this. I mean, if it's district assembly elections and it's non-partisan, why is the NDC interested? Why is the MPP interested?
And why would even the NDC hold a press conference and say that by their checks, most of the NPP are supposed to say assembly members lost to the NDC. So I think it should be made partisan. That is even.
And Afenyo is now countering the same thing, telling us that most of the assemblymen are known MPP activists. I mean, let's stop playing the ostrich. Amend the constitution, make the thing partisan. Let them campaign on partisan lines. Yes. So when they come and we know that, okay, you are assembly member for Party A and Party A is in government and you do nothing,
yes,
then we sack you.
And even that is even going to help up the interest that people have been talking about, low turnout anytime there
exactly.
are district level elections. You're still watching CNR Extra here on Citi TV, still to come. Citi FM Citi TV to build clinic at Mekpek community in North Tona as part of efforts in addressing Akosombo's village challenges. Kindly stay with us, we'll be back with more stories.
Embark on an unforgettable road trip across 14 diverse and vibrant regions of Ghana in just 8 days on the Heritage Caravan 2024. Get ready to immerse yourself in the rich culture, breathtaking landscapes, and the warm heritage-laced hospitality Ghana has to offer. From the Greater Accra region to the Volta region, to the Eastern region, to the Bono region, Ahafo region, Bono East region, to the Upper East southeast region to the northern region to the Savannah region to the northeast region to the Ashanti region to the western north region, the western region, the central region, and back to the Greater Accra region. The Heritage Caravan will last for 8 days from Sunday the 3rd of March to Sunday the 10th of March 2024. An expedition full of excitement, education, information, wonderful memories, and great bonding moments awaits you. Call 0205-973-973 to register for the Heritage Caravan 2024 now. This is a journey of a lifetime to discover Ghana. The Heritage Caravan 2024 is powered by Citi TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. Many thanks for staying with us here on CNR Extra. Let's bring you some more stories. The Sports Minister, Mustafa Yusuf, he has launched the National Invitational School Athletics Championship.
Sports Minister Mustafa Yusuf has launched the National Invitational Schools Athletics Championship ahead of the start of the championship next month. The 4-day competition aims to promote athletics at the senior high school level and promote awareness of the 13th African Games. City Sports Yao Ajay Minta filed this report on the launch.
Nearly a month after the Memorandum of Understanding was signed, the Citi TV Ghana Athletics Power Championship was officially launched by the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf. The ceremony, held at the ministry, included key figures such as Ghana Athletics President Bawa Fuseni, Ghana Athletics CEO Philippina Frimpong, and LOC Chairman of the 13th African Games, Dr. Kufu. Scheduled to run from February 5 to February 9 in Accra, the championship will take place at the recently renovated University of Ghana Stadium, as announced by Minister Mustafa Yusuf. During the event, Minister Yusuf highlighted the significance of the University of Ghana Stadium's renovation.
The good news is that this is a world standard athletics tracks that we have installed. At the Baltimore site, we have currently Mondo on site installing all the tracks. At the University of Ghana, we have another tracks being installed, which is going to be the competition tracks. At the same place, just 5 meters away from the main bowl, we have a warm-up athletics tracks, which is also being installed. So this is at the right time that we are hosting this. We once again thank Citi TV for giving this platform to Ghana Athletics to promote schools athletics. This is very, very good initiative. And the Ministry of Youth and Sports, as we have been doing, and all the other federations can attest to, and know the chef de mission is here, we have moved from the days where the ministry is known as the Ministry for Football to Ministry of Sports, where we are focusing on all other sports equitably, not equally, but equitably. We will do whatever it takes to support the less financed sports. Now the singular honor to declare the collaboration between Ghana Athletics and the Citi TV Schools Athletics duly launched. Thank you so much.
For Ghana Athletics President Bawa Fuseni, school sports plays a crucial role in shaping athletics in Ghana, emphasizing the importance of events like the NISAC in establishing a solid foundation.
To help us do school sports for the next 4 years, we had preliminary engagement, about 2-3 meetings with them, and the last meeting we actually agreed on the terms and conditions of which we are going to do the school sports. So we signed a memorandum of understanding with Citi TV for the next 4 years. And this is a very important in the milestone of development of athletics, especially when it regards to school sports. We know school sports is the bedrock by which athletics is built upon since time immemorial. And this time, having a corporate institution like Citi TV to come on board to support us to do that thing, we thought it was very necessary. We come to you, Honorable Minister, for you to brief you and for you to launch it for us.
Citi TV Head of Sports, Benjamin Ketia, speaking alongside Citi TV Business Development Manager, Omane Mensah Bonsu, emphasized the undeniable potential of sports. He expressed Citi TV's commitment to promoting the event through their partnership with Ghana Athletics.
We cannot underestimate the potential of athletics. We hope that we will start producing world champions in droves. We hope that athletics will become lucrative for young men and women coming out of schools to want to get involved in. And today will be the beginning of the birth of something beautiful.
And that's a very good initiative, and we hope that all will participate. Well, it's a very good step. Athletics is something you can't take out when you go to the various schools. When you were in school, which of them?
Oh, I did a little bit of basketball
and a little
bit of football.
I was a little bit of everywhere.
Well, I mean, I can't say I was exceptional in
javelin,
any of these, but
shot put. Just that I didn't take them serious.
Yeah,
I'll just go to PA and play and just come back.
I can't say I was exceptional in any of these, but imagine I tell my boy schooling in Asante Mampo. And I mean, playing basketball then, so you can imagine. They thought I was some superstar. But if I come back home, I don't even go to the court.
But you are Tamako, so certainly that's why you have played the
When I come back home, I don't even go to the court. I will go and do 2-0 in Asante Mampo, and then I come and keep quiet in Tema.
So we know that this initiative certainly is going to be
it really is good. So what we're seeking to do is to give publicity to athletics competitions at that level. I mean, we know that the All Africa Games is coming somewhere March or April this year, and so this really will serve as a launch pad for the All Africa Games. It will actually help to whip up the interest, the enthusiasm in these disciplines that fall under athletics. And so I think it's a step in the right direction. It's a beautiful partnership, and we're looking forward to growing it further.
Rightly so. And still on projects that Citi FM, Citi TV is bringing up, and the station is constructing, or yet to construct, or has launched the construction of the clinic in the Mepe community. Let's bring you that inset.
Now, demonstrating a commitment to aid in the residents of North Tong, the management of Citi FM and Citi TV has declared its intention to construct and furnish a clinic along with staff quarters for the Mepe community within the next 2.5 months. Now, this announcement came during the formal groundbreaking ceremony addressing the issues arising from the Akosombo Dam spillage. Fred Duho provides further details in this report.
We are embarking on a journey to Mepe in the North Tong district, where we are going to build or construct a clinic for the people of Mepe. About 12,000 people were displaced during the Akosombo Dam spillage that occurred some 2 months ago. And the people here do not have a health facility that would attend to their health needs. They would have to travel a distance to Bato, the nearest hospital, to access health care. They brought this to the attention of the management of Citi FM and Citi TV, and here we are today in Mepe, and they are going to break grounds for the commencement of a clinic project that is going to be built within 2.5 months. Manklalo of Mepe traditional area, Togbe also lauded Citi FM and Citi TV, where he made known the fact that when the first incident happened in 1963, no help has come or no compensation has been paid to the affected people.
We put our request through the head directorate that we need clinic because Mepe don't have clinic. With our size, our number, and no health clinic is affecting us. And through this, they have been able to get us help. And that is the reason why we are here. We are very grateful through the health directorate to Omni Media Foundation for coming to our aid.
The managing director of Citi FM and Citi TV, Samuel Mensa, in his brief speech, assured the people that this project is going to complete in the next 2.5 months, and it will be handed over when there is no impediment on the way of the contractors.
We at Citi, we just believe that we have just opened ourselves to be a vessel. We called for help on your behalf, and people believed in us, and people gave us substance, which we have spread across the length and breadth of this nation. Up to the north, we've been everywhere. Now, when Dr. Jokoto and the team came to us with a specific request of a clinic, it didn't take us 24 hours to decide. The moment we decided, I called the Honorable Member of Parliament and told him that our next station is Mepe, and we are putting up the clinic. So this is the reason we are here. Because we are primarily a media house, we are not into construction. So we don't take the amount of time that people normally take. When we start the construction tomorrow, given that we have the backing of the community, it will take us 2.5 months, and we'll present the keys to you. And when the prayers were said, the last bit, which Bernard explained to me, I would want to borrow that one again. And that one was to say that anybody who stands in our way, is that correct? Yes. Something, it will not be well with the person. I didn't say it, it's the MP who said it.
The clinic project site is not quite a distance from where the Member of Parliament for North Tong, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, through his initiative, is also building a shelter. So in effect, when this clinic comes into fruition, is going to augment the stay of the people here, and he's been adding that this project, he believes, will transform into a hospital one day.
Since this disaster, Citi FM, Citi TV, you have not abandoned us. You have highlighted our plight. You have mobilized resources. You have been here countless occasions. You have ensured that the entire corporate Ghana, individuals, foundations, have heard about the need to come to our assistance. And you have been that bridge, particularly for those who have not found it convenient to come here. It's not easy to locate where Mefe is. And you have facilitated a lot of donation, a lot of assistance, materially, cash, and also with human resource. People who have come here with their expertise because they have followed the reportage on Citi TV, Citi Radio, and they have come to offer their assistance. So we owe you a debt of gratitude. We are eternally thankful to you for your compassion, for your humanity.
The District Health Director, Kofi Michael Ziga, he has assured that the moment the keys of this clinic is handed over to him, he believes that work is going to be a 24-hour service that will be rendered for the people here to get the health benefits that they deserve post the disaster.
I think the icing on the cake is Citi Foundation. So we want to just give the assurance to Citi and the traditional leaders and then all the partners here that on the day they will hand over the keys to this structure to us, work starts, 24 hours health service delivery.
So in the next 2.5 months, the Mepe community should have that clinic done, because the project is ongoing in various parts of the country, following the issue with the lower water, the settlement in Toko, in Chao Sudoku, municipality, settlement in Adan in the Adan East District, settlement in Pando, Tokho in the Pando municipality, school market accommodation in New Bakpa in the Central Ton District, and now the clinic in the Mepe, in Mepe in the North Ton District. And can I see your help from listeners and viewers as well?
Yeah. And this morning I listened to our MD Samuel Atamas say on radio that in the next 3 weeks we'll be commissioning every week one of the projects that we embarked on. So this is good news for the affected victims.
It looks like Citi, yes, yeah. Is
Yeah.
that it? Yes. That's it for CNR Extra here on Citi TV. My name is Philip Nilati. I did this with Nana Tufo Wati. Many thanks for your time. Keep watching Citi